If you're thinking that this is like a Sturgis rally video that's like crazy and I don't know, it might end up being, but we don't plan on it being like that.
Yeah, this isn't going to be the Girls on Bars video. We try to keep our channel family friendly.
I don't know if we're going to be able to in Sturgis. We will do our best. In our last location video, you saw us spending quality time with Chad's daughters, Megan and Madison. And so after that, we left Idaho and we headed to Sturgis, South Dakota.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know about Sturgis, it is on the eastern side of the Black Hills of South Dakota, and it's pretty famously known for a really, really big motorcycle rally.
That's right. This was our first time ever going to this big motorcycle rally, so we were excited and I was a little bit nervous about it. You know you're getting close to Sturgis during the rally when nothing but motorcycles on the road.
Yeah, going around us mostly.
Yeah. And there's like just some random bar on the side of the road that's just packed, so.
And it was Topless Tuesday.
It was Topless Tuesday.
We had the big RV, so we couldn't stop.
You guys, I gotta admit, I'm a little bit nervous about this whole Sturgis motorcycle rally thing. I don't do crowds well, I don't do noise well, and I don't like being around crowds that are drinking, and
yeah, I don't think we're probably not gonna hang around that crowd much.
Yes. The big motorcycle rally happens every year at the beginning of August for about 10 days.
We were a little bit nervous because all of our exposure to Sturgis had been what we'd see on TV.
Yeah.
On various things with this like huge amount of partying and craziness. And that does go on, but that's not really our style.
Yeah, so if you're looking for one of those videos, this is not that one.
Nope. We decided that we wanted to experience the rally, but maybe not the whole thing. So we decided we would arrive during the second half of the rally.
Yeah, we got there on August 6th and we stayed for a couple of weeks. So it was nice that we could get a feel for during the rally and after the rally. And we stayed at a campground in Sturgis called Rush No More Campground.
We originally had plans to stay in Spearfish, which is just west of Sturgis, in a place called Chris's Campground.
Yes. When we were in the Tucson, Arizona area, we met a couple, Chaz and Margie, and they said, oh, we're camp hosting at Rush No More Campground. It's a super nice campground. It's right in Sturgis. And they kind of warned us against Chris's Campground. They did say that they hadn't been there in years and years. So we just went by their recommendation and decided to switch campgrounds to Rush No More. We were looking for a little bit more private space and quiet space because we're lame.
We're pretty lame. Now, there are a lot of campgrounds, and there's actually a lot of like fields outside of bars that get turned into campgrounds.
Yeah.
They're dry camping, and you can find a place, but you're gonna pay for it during the rally.
It's expensive.
Yeah. Cocktail time.
Well-deserved cocktail time.
700 miles in 2 days is more than we're used to. We have this nice spot here at Sturgis. It is not cheap.
We arrived to that campground halfway through the rally, but the entire time we were there, they charged us rally pricing, even after the rally was over, because we arrived during the rally.
It was a bit of a jab having to pay for the full rally, even though we weren't there for the whole rally.
It was more expensive than Boyd's in Key West.
Was it?
It was more expensive than Boyd's in Key
West. I'd rather be at Boyd's for sure.
Absolutely. They have two sections, so you kind of take a little dirt winding road, which was still big enough for us to get through there with the momentum. Yeah, yeah. But the sites are big and more private. And the whole campground was kept very nice and clean, and it's very well maintained. The day after we arrived was a work day, of course.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, We travel full-time, but we also work full-time. I have a 9 to 5. She does all our editing. We both work on the channel.
And YouTube channels are a lot of work, if you didn't know that yet.
Gonna take our first ride into town. We got here yesterday.
I think the rally's been going on for what, 4 or 5 days already?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go to the Beaver Bar and the CVMA meetup.
Yep, little CVMA meet and greet. If you follow our channel, you know that a while back in our travel videos that I joined the CVMA. CVMA is the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association, and they have little meetups at these things. So we wanted to go to that and kind of meet some more CVMA members, and that's what we did. And we don't know what's going to happen with the 2020 rally. That's still up in the air with all the COVID-19 stuff.
That's right, and actually that brings me to a good point, because we filmed this rally last year, which is 2019, and it's now May 2020, and our location videos always fall quite a bit behind schedule, luckily for us.
Yeah, but we film these little wrappers where we talk about them to you guys and kind of introduce you to each topic and area in near real time.
To get out to the CVMA event, we had to ride through a little bit of the actual rally part of Sturgis, but we didn't get to the main drag yet.
This motorcycle rally got its beginning in August of 1938 by a group called the Jack Pine Gypsies.
Yeah, these guys were a group of Indian Motorcycle Company riders. It started out more as I believe like a stunt show type of gathering, and it's just evolved over the years. The CVMA event was held at Beaver Bar.
The Beaver Bar.
The Beaver Bar, which was really pretty close to where we were staying.
Yeah. So we're here, Beaver Bar.
Beaver Bar.
Gonna go meet some fellow CVMA peeps.
So where can we find it? We walked in, and of course there's a live band playing, so everybody was having a good time. Several bars in this place.
We got to walk around there and hang out and meet some fellow CVMA members who had arrived in the area for the rally. We got to have a couple of drinks, got to meet some people and some dogs.
And some dogs. Some dogs and a Medal of Honor recipient.
Yeah, there was a Vietnam era veteran there who was a Medal of Honor recipient, so it was really kind of neat to meet him. Didn't get to talk a lot because it was kind of loud in there.
It was very loud, and it was kind of hard to hear each other and understand each other, but it was still an honor. We stayed for about an hour, and then we decided we wanted to get back on the bike and drive down through the entire strip.
Yeah, we wanted to hit the gauntlet.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know, that's what I call it.
Oh.
Eyes are clear, hearts are full, breaking through impossible. Light it up, light it up. Light it up, light it up like the sun. Light it up, light it up. Light it up, light it up like the sun.
really it was just a lot of stop and go and stop and go and stop and go.
But it's neat, you know, you get to see a lot of cool bikes and interesting people.
And then as we were riding, off to our right was a big Indian motorcycle tent. So we were like, cool, we got to go check this out.
Oh yeah, got to go check out the Indian thing, and we didn't know it yet, but they were going to be doing like a little stunt show.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
I'm burning up, turn on the light. I'm gonna glow and let it shine. I'm gonna go and light it up right. Turn up the heat.
Look at this. It's a sidecar cooker. That is so cool. We checked out that thrill show, watched them bust stuff up and
blow stuff
up, do donuts and stuff like that, and it was time to head home.
Burnouts.
Yeah.
I don't get burnouts. Those don't make sense.
I've never really gotten it either. Like they have these things that we've actually seen on some Sturgis shows where they burn out their back tire until it blows and they all cheer. Woo!
I don't know what
it's like, yay, $300. I don't get it. I like my rear tire.
Yeah.
So the next day was also a work day, per usual, but we had plans after that work day to go to Deadwood with some friends that we were going to meet, the friends that were staying at Chris's campground. We were pretty interested to go to Deadwood because we had just finished watching the Deadwood series on HBO.
Yes.
We're big fans of the Deadwood show, so we're looking forward to going and checking it out.
Yeah.
The history and stuff.
We watched all of the Deadwood series and the Deadwood movie, so we would be up on accurate history.
Yeah.
I'm awake, I'm done with sleeping. Man on the move, I'm leaving. I'm my own chaperone, and I'm taking me out. Where do I don't know, and I'm taking me out. I'm gonna go where I've never been. I'm gonna go where I've never been. I'm gonna do something I never did, where I never been. I'm driving
This time around in Deadwood, we were just there to meet up with our friends and catch up and ride a little bit. We weren't there this time to check out the historical sites and things like that. We do that later.
everything I like, every day, every night, every moment I'm alive. I'd rather run around than be settled in. Some people settle down, but I'm not one of them. I'm gonna go where I've never been. I'm gonna go where I've never been. I'm gonna do something I never did, where I've never been. I'm driving in. I'm driving in. To where I've never been.
We're in Deadwood.
It's so cool. It's just cool to think about the history here. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. We had plans to meet up with our friends at the number 10 Saloon right on Main Street, which is supposedly where Wild Bill was shot.
If you don't know who Wild Bill Hickok is, watch Deadwood. What we didn't know is there are actually 2 number 10 saloons, which doesn't make sense to me. And I think there's actually a couple of places that claim to be where Wild Bill was shot.
Ron and Cindy Lou ended up finding us at the number 10 Saloon where we were waiting.
You might remember Ron and Cindy Lou from our New Mexico video.
Yes.
Where we rode into nothingness of the desert of
They
New Mexico.
are also Momentum RV owners and motorcycle riders. And we were asked to leave that bar.
Yeah, the bar had a no colors rule, which means you can't have any patches. And
On the vest.
On the vest,
for those
right.
people that don't know the motorcycle stuff.
Yeah, in the motorcycle world, first of all, CVMA is not a MC. It's not a motorcycle club. It's just a group of veterans who have combat service who like to ride. But they didn't like my patch either. So they asked us to leave, when it's, hey, remove your patch or leave, you leave.
Yeah, if they have to ask one person to leave, they have to ask everybody to leave. So it was just, they're trying to keep the peace and all of that.
So we went, where'd we go?
We went to Mustang Sally's, where we sat and had a drink and a snack and forgot to film any of it. We were we were just excited because we hadn't seen them in several months, so we were just getting caught up and chit-chatting. We just forgot.
Yeah.
And then we decided we wanted to check out this Chris's campground that we were supposed to be staying at.
Yeah, plus it was supposed to be a pretty cool ride to get there. So
Yes.
that was fun.
Yes, and it was only about 30 minutes from Deadwood to get to Chris's, so we followed them there.
Like you usually right now, right away, 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 away. Daylight, put the sun on me now, gonna soak up what you're giving. Daylight, there's something about you when you show up. Oh, I'm living. I come alive, alive, alive every time when you do. I come alive, alive when I see you alive. Yes, I do, I do, I do, I do.
For the record, Chris's did seem pretty nice. They were packed in a little bit tighter.
Yes.
And there were some strange little places where, oh, hey, we're going to park you over here by the pool.
We're going to make up a site and just put it right here to squeeze more people in. So it was a little bit more chaotic, but it wasn't really, it was nicer than I had expected it to be.
Yeah.
Can you get that all by yourself?
I got good quadriceps.
It started to drizzle, so we had to get back on the road.
Yeah, we're not ride in the rain kind of people.
No. We're prepared for it.
We have rain gear. Yeah, we're
We
prepared
just
for
prefer
it.
not to.
Why would you?
I come alive. Yes, I do. I come alive. You do too.
We decided to do another after work activity.
That's right.
And we're going to Hill City, which we've been told by several people is a really cute little area that we had to go check out. It's about almost an hour from the campground in Sturgis, and we're going to go meet some very special guests.
That's right. Some friends you've seen in our video in the past, but we haven't seen them in about a year.
Yes. We were meeting at a place called Sick and Twisted Brewery first.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Finally we made it out. Time for you to take your bow. Faster than the whispering wind. Open up your heart and sing.
We got a flight of beer to sample and a homemade soft pretzel to hold us off because we were going to eat at the next place.
Yeah. So we wanted to go over and eat at the Prairie Berry Winery. That's hard to say.
Yes.
Prairie Berry Winery.
It is hard to say. Prairie Berry Winery was opened in 1999 by a husband and wife and her father, and they've won tons of awards for the local area for all their different wines.
Want to do the thing
The thing.
where we introduce them?
Oh yeah. So we've been with them for a few hours now, but we've been
had a few
having so
glasses
much
of wine.
fun that we forgot to tell you who it is.
Want to see what it is? It's this. No, it's not over there. It's these guys! Jason and Ray from the Getaway Couple.
Remember us?
Yeah, it's been a year.
I know. It's been a year.
And it was interesting because you could pick, I think, 5 wines a person and do a tasting flight that way. And
Like,
then you
like
could
a personal tasting flight, so you didn't have to share it.
Yeah, and they had sweet wines and dry wines and everything in between, so there's a lot of different wine styles to choose from. And they also had a good food selection too that you just...
Very good food.
Yeah, you place your order at a counter and then they paid you when it's ready, and we took it outside and
Had a good old time with our friends.
had a good old time with our friends.
All right, did you guess in the car who it was?
Filming you, filming us.
Yeah.
So it's Saturday morning. We're gonna go to Devil's Tower.
Yes.
I'm excited. I've seen this place in Close Encounters when I was a kid.
This was August 10th where we set out to go on our next ride, and you could see in the campground that it was already starting to clear out because it was the second to last day of the rally.
Woke up with the feeling today is sweet like honey.
And since it was on the way, we made a stop at Chris's campground to meet up with everybody again. And then we hit the road, I think it was about an hour from Chris's campground to get to Devil's Tower. So it was about an hour and a half ride for us in Sturgis.
We got the feeling. The sun is high, like 75. Even my morning hair looks good. Today feels right, no clouds ahead. I think I wanna testify.
One thing that's kind of neat about this general area, there's lots to do and see. You don't have to be into motorcycles and go to the rally to enjoy this area. If you just like sightseeing in your car, there's a lot to see in that area.
If you are not into motorcycles, don't go the first couple weeks in August.
Do not go to the rally.
Get out on the road with a smile on my face. I've got you on my good side, letting love set the pace. Sugar in my two-step, come rock with me, ace. You got the feeling, we got the feeling. The sky looks free, just like me. Even my morning air looks good. Today feels right, no clouds ahead. I think I wanna testify.
And of course, there were several opportunities for us to pull off the side of the road and take some pictures. And
Especially as we get closer to Devil's Tower and you get in the background with all of us.
right.
Got the feeling. I got the feeling. Got the feeling. I got the feeling.
He was excited.
I was. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, people. Anybody who grew up in my generation knows that movie.
Yeah.
So when I first saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind when I was a kid, I didn't know that that thing was a real thing. I thought it was just for the movie. You start to wonder, how did that get there? And there are several theories. Scientists don't know 100%, but they do know that it's made of igneous rock, which means it was formed either from magma or lava.
Got the feeling. Got the feeling.
When we pulled into the main parking lot, It was packed. It was full.
Oh, yeah.
There were no spots. So there's actually an auxiliary lot that was all gravel that we ended up parking in,
She
which
hates riding on gravel.
I don't like riding on the bike in gravel. I don't like it at all.
I don't think it's a big deal because I'm used to it. I know I can control it, but to her it feels very uneasy and
Right.
sliding like.
It does.
She doesn't like it.
Anyhow, we did find parking there though, so that was good. And then we checked out the visitor center a little bit. Then we did walk up to the very beginning of one of the trails at Devil's Tower.
And it has what is called columnar jointing, where if you've ever seen the hexagon shapes that occur in nature, the rock cools and it cracks, and it does it along those lines. So that's why it has those like spires kind of going up it.
The main trail is called Tower Trail, and that's the one that goes all the way around the Devil's Tower.
Yeah, we didn't do that because we were in our riding gear, not hiking gear.
And we were hungry.
And of course we're
We
hungry.
were all getting hungry.
Yeah,
so
this is getting hangry.
yeah.
I can move until my heart breaks. I'll take the risk and brace the stakes. You like me better when I behave, but I don't even care what you say. I keep running. You can't cut me down 'cause my fire is invincible. Invincible.
And we decided to set out and find some food. So we stopped in an adorable little western town called Hewlett.
Tiny, population 383.
That's right. That's actually bigger though than quite a few of those other little towns
Yeah.
surrounding it. But it was very charming, had a really neat feel to it. We chose a place called the Hitchin Post.
Hitchin Post, there's no G on
Yes, the Hitchin Post Cafe. We thought this place looks awesome. It's gonna have great food.
Invincible. And I don't have to be what you wanna see. Don't call it love when it's robbery. No, I'm not giving in. I'm not giving in. And I don't have to be what you wanna see. Don't call it love when it's robbery.
So this was 2 years before Custer's
Last
stand.
stand at Little Big Horn.
Yep, which was in Montana.
Yeah.
But he came out this way a couple of times before the final.
Just enough time to get cocky.
That's right.
So we got back on the bike and we had one more super cool stop to make before we headed home.
Yeah, these are the kinds of places that you just find by accident. And it was really neat, just this little store.
Well, technically it's a little town called Aladdin. Population 15. It basically consists of a general store and a cafe and I think a couple of homes. But it was just a really fun stop that I'm always going to remember.
Yeah, lots of antiques and just stuff in there. You could just tell, you felt like you were stepping back in time.
The upstairs was a lot of old vintage clothing and they had motorcycle jackets and just, of course, random stuff. That's always just fun to walk through and explore.
Remember there were like some old like World War II crank radio handset things and just
Yeah, and then an
just-
old switchboard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just all kinds of cool stuff to look at in there. Physically connect one wire to another.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Let me connect you.
We just rode home, waved goodbye on the bike, and headed back to our campground. They headed back to theirs.
We got some really exciting stuff coming in part 2.
Right, and like you mentioned earlier, part 2 is going to be our time after the rally is over, and we go to some cool places like Custer State Park.
Needles Highway,
We go back to Deadwood and check out some of the historical stuff.
the Badlands,
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
There's a lot of exciting things yet to come.
Yep, so be sure to stick around. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you know when that video comes out.
And please like this video.
Outtakes.
I have food in my teeth. Breakfast. Champion.
This video will be out this Sunday.
Right. It is this Sunday. For them.
It is. It's already Sunday for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot what we were doing.
We got to spend 2 weeks in Sturgis. Yep. Off to a great start. Okay.
Look who it is! It's Ray and Jason from the Getaway Couple.
Bike-apocalypse.
Say it again.
Bike-apocalypse.
Want me to start over? When you say that, I'm going to start over.
It was a bike-apocalypse.
No.
Okay, go.
And we're gonna booze it up. Because I have 2 drinks and I'm schnockered. Yes, I use the word schnockered.
Schnockered.
Yeah. So it doesn't take me much. I'm a cheap date. I love porta potties. I love them.
Hold on for a second. I can't hold.